Hi, twin. I'm so excited for you. Plus, you've given me the determination to do what I've been wanting to do for a long time, is make some videos about just like get my birthing knowledge out there and accessible to people on the streets where it's necessary. Anyway, I'm a little bit cold right now, so sorry if I'm moving around all crazy and shivering. I'm in the sunroom. Want to see? That's the backyard. And a messy, messy sunroom, which is very cold right now because it's a cold day in February in Northern California. It's like the chilly, like below 50. Anyway. Miss you so much, and I'm super duper excited for you guys. I don't really know where I'm starting, because you already know me. I'm not gonna, do my usual intro, but maybe I'll make an intro video later for all of my YouTube fans. But anyway, I am excited for you guys and your first baby and birth and labor, and it's all wonderful. Part of what's cool about making videos, I really like doing in-person classes, but since I'm a tad codependent, I tend to soften things for people and not tell them some hard truths. But since this is just going out to the universe, I can be as hard truthy as I wanna be. So anyway, the hard truth is, just kidding. So I usually like to start out with saying that, of course, the goal of labor and birth and all of that is a healthy mom and a healthy baby. That's number one. So we never sacrifice that to have some kind of idealistic birth, because if you don't get that, then it's not the ideal. So anyway, I like to say that that's the first goal. And after that, to have the natural birth experience, without drugs and things that sort of take you out of that experience, is awesome and amazing and joyful, and can be super beautiful when you know what to expect, know how to work with your body instead of against it. What I usually do in my first class is show this funny video. Maybe I'll link this to it if I'm that technologically savvy, which I'm not. But anyway, I show them this video of like all these clips of, everyone's water breaking in like movies and shows and blah, blah, blah. That's what you always see. So you should basically, I show people that to say, forget everything you've ever seen on the media. It is all wrong. I mean, there are very few examples of anything that is very realistic at all in any way. Most people, if you have a healthy bag of waters and all of that, your bag of waters breaking isn't the first sign of labor and the first thing to happen. It shouldn't necessarily be. Sometimes it is, and that's fine, but it's not like that's how you're gonna know for sure. Anyway, there's everything else they show too is like what not to do. So if you want to watch it for that, that's cool. I think of like Phoebe in Friends when she's having the triplets, and when her first contraction, she goes like this, and it's just so funny because that is just really the opposite of what you want to do. It's not real, but if it was, she'd be fighting it and tensing up. So basically we're going to learn, whoever's gaining this wisdom, what you want to do is learn how to work with what your body is doing, because your body is doing it. That's amazing. That's what labor can be scary to some people, because your body is being taken over and is completely doing something against your will. You don't say, labor, start now, push harder. You know, you don't do that. It's taking over. But when you learn how to work with what your body is doing and to give it what it needs, give it permission even, and all of that stuff, it's amazing and it's so powerful. You've never felt more powerful than this. I don't care if you're Hitler. Well, and Hitler would never feel it, so sorry. Anyway, bad example. So it's amazing and beautiful, powerful, empowering, joyful, and some women do have degrees of pain involved. And I am a birth nerd, so I like to try to, you know, decipher stuff about why women feel pain. One of the most common reasons to feel unnecessary pain. So there may be some necessary pain involved. And so for some women, there is not necessary pain. That's kind of where I was going with that. But the unnecessary pain is caused from that tension, from fighting, from tensing up. So we're going to learn how to relax, how to work with your body, and to avoid all of the unnecessary pain. And some women do have, and so like my birth nerdness wants to figure out, you know, is it physical, the physical structure of a woman's pelvis and all of that causes some of that pain. And I think there's no one answer and it's different for everyone. I like to just nerd out about it, but there really is no reason for you to nerd out about it unless you want to. But really don't obsess, because obsessing in pregnancy is just always bad, because it's going to lead you up here. And what we're going to learn is in labor, you have to leave the headspace of trying to figure things out and go totally into your body instinct and what your body needs. So you can't be here. So it's good practice even now to not stay here and to be as in tune with your body as you possibly can, which is definitely going to help you with labor and birth and all of that stuff. So I'm going to do one more overview type of explanation and then leave it for now. What I like to say is that you need to learn to relax on 3 different levels: now and in labor and birth. Firstly is physically, which is what most people think of. I just need to relax my muscles, and that's 100% true. All of the tension in your muscles is taking away from what your body is doing and causing pain, and or really causing pain. So you do need to relax your muscles. You need to get really skilled at going to all of the muscles in your body and finding the tension and releasing it. So that's numero uno, and that's the one that people tend to think about if they know that much, and that Phoebe did that wrong, and that you do need to relax. So secondly is, I'm going to go with mental being second. So what you're thinking about, as in like what I was just talking about, if you're thinking about trying to figure things out and what do I need to do and blah, 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 that causes like mental tension, and it's not helping what you're trying to do and can cause pain as well. What? Mind-body connection. I feel like I never knew as much or understood as much about mind-body connection until birth. It was like, dude, that's so real in birth. So real. So we need to get skilled now during pregnancy or before, would be great, possibly too late for that, at controlling the mind. And maybe you've done mindfulness practice, which is what that's all about really, is controlling your mind and where your thoughts go. It's about usually staying in the moment, kindness towards yourself, not judging your thoughts. Anyway, that's mindfulness. But what I want to say is that what you're thinking about, relaxing those thoughts. So some examples could be, going to another place in your mind, a place that's really relaxing in a meadow with the babbling brooks and whatever relaxes you. That can be helpful for some people. We'll talk about methods later and lots of tools for that. But mental relaxation, not being tense in your thoughts, and also not being cerebral, like analytical, analysis, anal, anything anal, no go. So, and then the third one is emotional relaxation, which some people may say is the same as mental, but I like to differentiate because the feelings, and this is a great time in your life if you've never done it to separate what's a thought and what's a feeling. Feeling would be like happy, sad, angry. Those are the three classics, and lots of the other ones can be put into one of those categories generally. Fear. Did I say fear? Afraid, sad, angry, happy. I didn't. Anyway, so fear causes tension in your body. So there's a real straight mind-body connection with that one. But it's also fear, even if it's not causing you definitely, you know, like a tension on your body that you can feel, it's bad for birth. It really, really is bad for birth and causes lots of complications, whether they are medical complications or just a complication of your body not opening up the way it needs to. So emotionally relaxing would be to feel safe and loved, nurtured, taken care of, protected. All of those things are really, really great, helpful. I would say that they're necessary, except that your body can give birth no matter what, but necessary for this kind of experience that we're talking about, like a joyful, natural, wonderful, no unnecessary pain birth. You would need to feel those feelings and not feel afraid. It's going to play into lots of things. It's going to play into where you're giving birth, who are the attendants, who's taking care of you, your partner, your husband, being there and protecting and making you feel loved and supported now and in the future, because giving birth has to do with that human that's coming out of you and that will be your responsibility for the rest of your life, or their, you know, childhood at least. Feeling like you're going to be in that with somebody is really important. And to feel that you're not going to be alone in that, because that can be a huge emotional load on your shoulders. Anyway, so feeling, we're going to get into that. I could go off right now, but I'm going to stop myself and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But those are the three main modes of relaxation that we will be talking about in greater detail in the future. I love you, and comment on this, or you can text me, since you know. But if anybody else is watching this and you have a comment, a question, sorry about that, I just found the table, a question that you would like me to answer, I would love to do videos that way. It can be a broad question like, how do you relax? Or it can be something really specific like, what's electronic fetal monitoring? So I will answer those soon as I can and post another video. See you soon.